tell us a little bit about what made you decide to be a part of this remade classic?
What made you decide?
Oh, thanks. Yeah, ball in Phillip scored. Well, Nick. Once I met Nick, actually, the director, he had such a vision for the show, and he had such a crazy imagination, and he's got such a great backstory anyway.
He's a very exciting man.
Yeah.
When you meet him, he's like, he is very, I mean, he looks right into you and pauses. Like, that's the opening. It's like a giant pause.
Morning,
where you're
Nick.
like, I have no idea what's about to happen. And then he kind of, jumps into, the history of, Victorian England. And
yeah, that's right. And why Alice is perfect for our day and age.
Yes.
And why he needs to direct it, and why
you're perfect for it. As you're watching the movie, part of the fun is seeing how things have been messed with. Like seeing, what they did with kind of costume and makeup, and how they took this kind of character that we all know and turned it on its ear. And so that's
right.
part of the jigsaw puzzle that we were like, oh, yeah, that's that part.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the pleasure of watching it is you do have those little things that kind of go back to the book. And you go, oh, crikey, that's, I'll keep watching.
We were shooting in this location that no one had used before, which was this...
this is why I didn't like it.
It was this abandoned tuberculosis village.
It was a children's tuberculosis hospital.
That had become a mental institution afterwards. And it was kind of all grown over. And when we got there, Philip was talking about how he'd seen this small child wandering
Every once
around.
in a while, you'd see like a little girl, and you'd hear like, la, 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 la. And it was right at dusk, and the swing sets, the rusty swing sets would kind of go.
Oh yes, there were these abandoned playgrounds with the the turning merry-go-round without the horses.
Really
very creepy.
It was really, really creepy. And
But-
we were filming there.
Well, and one day after he'd kind of been talking about this little girl, and I was like, stop.
Yeah.
I came to my trailer, and there was this little pair of baby shoes on my trailer steps.
That's right, there was, wasn't there?
So you get to be a brunette butt-kicking
Yeah,
Alice.
yeah.
She can
I brought the darkness.
She took you down.
Yeah, she certainly did.
I did.
Emotionally as well.
Right off
She
the
did look
top.
fantastic. There was the day where we first walked on the set, and there she was in her dress, in her Alice dress, and her little boots, and it was like, what? You are Alice, aren't you?
It's like Alice, but kind of twiggy. Well, and I think the brunette thing, we kind of talked about it in originally, because people do kind of expect this blonde icon, and but we figured, even visually from the beginning, we would tell people that this is a very different story.
What can we expect from the new Alice?
What do you think
Let's
you
see. Don't expect anything. It will be very unexpected. It's a bit, it's darker, and it's kind of sexier, and there's a love story, and it plays with a lot of kind of very mature themes about emotional repression and self-discovery, and so it's kind of, it tips its hat to all of the themes and characters in the original stories, but it kind of really spins it into an entirely different adventure.
Let's talk a little bit about the other people
gosh.
that we'll see in Alice and the way that we'll see them in Alice.
Well, first of all, I think there's Andrew, right?
Andrew Lee Potts.
He's just amazing.
He's amazing.
Mad Hatter. He was perfect.
He was absolutely awesome.
And we had Tim
Curry came in and played Dodo.
Who else? We had some
Harry Dean Stanton, Colm Meaney. Oh, he was great.
Matt Frewer,
Matt
played the White
Frewer.
Knight, who is
And he's so funny.
he's the man.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matt.
And Kathy Bates played the Queen of Hearts.
Oh my gosh.
And she was incredible. I mean, you should talk about that. You
Well,
worked
those were
with her.
days on sets where you literally, I mean, you kind of hunker back with the camera guys and stuff.
Humbly observe.
You would just watch, and you'd be kind of, you'd be there with the other blokes, and you'd be like, guys, can you believe that's Kathy Bates?
Yeah.
And they'd be like, and they were all doing it too. They were like, I can't believe this is crazy.
Right.
Ever since she was breaking legs with sledgehammers, she's amazing,
And she's good at playing bad.
and she's good at playing bad. That's
She's
right.
not breaking any legs, but she could.
Right.
She could.
She could.
Breaking
Just with
heads.
her eyes.
What are your favorite shows to watch on TV?
Mad Men. I mean, whose isn't?
You know he doesn't.
I'm so guilty. I
What?
haven't even seen it yet.
But maybe that's good, because now you can wait until you have all the seasons on DVD, and then you can
That's
get like a fever and watch them like
That's right.
in a marathon.
Get swine flu and just heal myself
Yeah.
by watching Mad Men.
Yeah.
My wife and Megan and I just sat down. We actually started in Vancouver watching Lost.
Right.
I wanted to be one of those people who just, I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Lost. It's fantastic TV.
Gets even better.
It's amazing telly.
I heard it's like crack. I haven't watched it.
It's
yet.
not like crack. It's more like heroin.
Okay. Okay.
Tasted like heroin.